What's up everybody, and welcome to TippmannParts.com. My name is Stitch, and on this video I'm going to show you how to install the Tippmann Flatline barrel on your Tippmann X7 Phenom. Okay, so the tools that we're going to need are going to be a 3/16 Allen key and a 1/8 Allen wrench, or Allen key, same thing. Right, phalanges. Okay, so let's put the flatline barrel to the side and focus on the marker itself. So the first thing you want to do to make it easy, take off your hopper. So you're going to turn it, what is that, clockwise? Yep, clockwise. Wiggle it up and down and remove it. Set it to the side. Okay, we're going to flip the marker around. Press this button right here to remove the magazine. Okay, we're going to set that to the side as well. Alright, next what we're going to do is we're going to remove this forward sight first. So the 1/8 Allen wrench counterclockwise is going to get that done. On mine, I put my finger behind the bolt because when I take out, I put my finger behind the nut because when I take out the bolt, it wants to drop down. Alright, so just slide it forward. I still have my finger on there. Alright, real quick, grab your flatline barrel and install this. So you're just going to slide it onto the tactical rail on the top. This would be the top end. Okay. Now you could put it anywhere you want on the top end. If you put it all the way to the front, the first notch is going to give you a little bit of trouble getting the bolt down. So I slide it back to the second and it goes right in with no problem. It's just a little bit more, snug. It's nothing serious. So you're going to tighten that back down with a clockwise motion. Alright, so you're good to go with that so you don't forget it later. Let's move on. Okay, so now we're going to remove the two pins holding the stock shroud on. So all you have to do is push them down. Okay. If you need something to help you push them down, you can use an Allen key or something to give you more leverage. Alright. So now, depending on your marker, one of the two are going to be tighter than the other. So on my Phenom, it's the top one's lighter, easier to pull out, and then the bottom one's more difficult. So what I do is I pull out the easier one first, and then I take it, flip it upside down, and get underneath, as you can see like that. I get underneath the one that gives me the problems, and pull it up. Let me set that back down there so I can show you, like this. Alright, so set it underneath and just pull it up like that. Then it gives you more room to grab it and pull it out. Alright. Put that in your parts bin. I forgot you're going to need a parts bin. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to pull that forward and it'll, come out. Set that to the side. Alright, we're going to loosen up a couple of bolts here. You don't got to take them completely out. If you're more comfortable removing them completely and putting them in your parts bin, that's completely up to you. Alright, I'm actually going to do that on this video so that way I can show you guys. So counterclockwise, I'm going to remove these three. 1, 2, 3 first. With the 1/8 Allen wrench. Put them in my parts bin. Alright. Counterclockwise, counterclockwise. I know the awkward silence when people are taking off bolts. Now, you got to loosen up or remove the cyclone feed bolt, which is right here. 3/16 is going to get that done. My honest opinion, just loosen it up because then you're going to have this cyclone feed hanging all over the place and it's going to put tension on your hose. You don't really want that, so why bother taking it all the way out? So 3/16 counterclockwise, get the tension off of it, and then just turn it about a half a turn or a full turn. You want to turn it enough where you can pull on it and it's loose but it won't come out. So that's good to go. So now we're going to turn the marker over and I'm going to grab inside here and just try to stretch it out to pull it apart to separate itself a little bit. It's not going to really look like you're doing anything, but you actually are. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the barrel and the fitting itself and turn counterclockwise. Okay, if you do this slow, you'll feel it stop by itself, which it just did right now. Okay, you feel it stop by itself, and then put your finger and your fingers and your thumb here, grab the barrel, and just wiggle and push, wiggle and pull out like that. All right, and it should come right out fairly easy. Grab your flatline barrel, remove it from the shroud. So now this top piece, you're gonna want it to line up on the top over here. So to get that done, we're gonna turn it down towards the table, and you're gonna install it like that. So let me hold that. So basically, this is how we're doing it. All right. And then you just push it all the way back. Now what you're gonna want to do is get your hand and your finger underneath the block of aluminum right here to grab it, to pull it back up clockwise. Okay. Now real quick, you want everything to line up. The line inside the marker to the bolt to the scratch. So you want to get everything to line up, and then the Tippmann hieroglyphics under there should be lined up with the scratch that it looks like, but that's actually more just Tippmann hieroglyphics. Alright, so everything has to be lined in one straight line. So it looks good. Do it to your eye. Alright, so let's tighten down the cyclone feed bolt first. 3/16 is going to get that done. Alright, fairly easy. Shouldn't have did that one first, but let's move on. Make sure all the bolts are the same length. Put your bolts in place. 1, 2 in the front there, and then the third one over here. Alright, 1/8 clockwise is going to get them tight for you. I like to go back and forth so that it basically clamps back together evenly. Clamps back together evenly. Alright. And it just has to be snug that the bolts don't come out. You don't have to go cranking it down or anything. Make sure they're all good. That's about as much as I tighten them. Then I'm going to go back to the cyclone feed bolt. Make sure that that one's good to go. Alright. How to know if you tighten your cyclone feed bolt down too much? I just seen it right now. If you tighten it down too much, this piece will pop up. Okay, so you want to make sure that that's flat right there. Okay. So now, install the shroud. Grab your 2 pins. One's going to be bigger than the other. Alright, so the smaller pin will go on the top. The larger pin will go on the bottom. Grab your magazine. Place it back into the marker. Flip it over. Grab your hopper. Now, there's a little groove here that's going to line up with your cyclone feed. So you want to put it in at an angle so it lines up with that. Smack it down. And then rotate it counterclockwise until it stops or it looks straight on its own. Alright. And that's the full installation of the flatline barrel on the X7 Phenom. Okay. Please take a look on the description for the links below on how to switch out the fittings between the Phenom and the standard X7. Alright. Hope this video helped you guys out. Thank you. My name is Stitch, once again with TippmannParts.com. Later.